Welcome back to Tech, Tesla, and Trends. Tonight I'm looking at the overall health of Tesla, not from a standpoint of the stock price, because quite frankly, the stock price is somewhat immaterial here. Yes, it's climbing today and has been for the last 2 weeks, but a few months ago it was nosediving and everybody was panicking. I was buying. That's a difference. Now, why? And it comes down to this: a conviction of the principles of Tesla. More specifically, the principles that the Technoking of Tesla has instilled upon his kingdom. And that is very important when we are discussing Tesla and its long-term trajectory. The market will be fickle and up and down, and Tesla is a freaking roller coaster ride. Get used to it if you're going to invest. It will go up and it will go down. That's normal. Enjoy the ride. But why do you enjoy the ride? Because when you understand that there are principles at the foundation of what makes Tesla Tesla, you will recognize that nothing changed over the last year. The whole dive down and the whole climb back up, no foundational principles truly changed. Tesla continued to execute upon its plans, upon its goals, upon its core principles. This is exactly what I'm talking about and why it's so important. So I thought I would revisit the core principles that I see where in Elon Musk's mindset. And that starts with his long-term horizon. Many of you are aware that he has that multi-planetary vision of humanity. Well, Tesla is part of that multi-planetary view. Cybertruck, I think, in particular. But that's a whole nother conversation and a whole nother video. Then you look at his time. It's an innovative multiplying factor to him. As you create something new, it enables the next step. He started out building an expensive roadster and working now on more of a mass market. This is the long-term progressive growth that Tesla has envisioned, but more importantly, that Elon has laid as its goals at the foundation of the master plans. Each one is laid out to clearly help all of the investors and all of the employees of Tesla to understand what it is they're executing on so that they have a clear path to victory. And that hasn't changed. When you look at who Elon Musk likes to hire, he hires the best. He can choose from the best. They have more applications to Tesla and SpaceX of engineers, top quality engineers from across the world than any other company on the planet. Think about that when you consider innovation, because innovation comes from the mind of an individual or the mind of individuals who are collectively engaged in a common goal, which is exactly what Tesla is. As a whole, they are collectively engaged in a common goal. When you look at the materials that are involved in that collective goal, it becomes very clear that Tesla is capable and indeed will continue to manipulate the elements themselves until they have sufficient material to build the batteries, cars, and whatever else they happen to lay forth as part of their master plan. This is a key point. Never let something stand in the way of your goals. Overcome it. If you can't find enough lithium in the world at the current necessary refinement level that you need build a refinery. Who saw that coming 10 years ago? Nobody. But it's a core principle. It hasn't changed. Do what is necessary to succeed. This is part of the process. And as you look at that, materials, that flexibility of determining what is necessary and then going after it, they executed on that. That's why they have that lithium refinery in Texas. There'll be more refineries as necessary if others don't step up. That's just a reality. Manufacturing is truly Tesla's superpower. There isn't a company that can out-manufacture Tesla today. They can build factories faster than anyone else when it comes to cars, and it will continue to be this way. When Optimus comes online, their ability to maneuver and move and pre-lay out and do all sorts of other little things that an extra set of hands makes a difference. This is all part of how innovation makes things happen faster. And manufacturing is part of that. The idea is only one step. It's when you can truly manufacture something at scale and make a profit. Big detail. Ford and GM still working on that. But it matters, and it's critical to the long-term health of a company. Tesla has this in spades. Now, looking at the next important detail that I have, it's the materials of your supply chain. Do you have enough of what you need? Clearly, Tesla thinks in advance on this, and Elon has been, working on those details. And oftentimes, you'll see him sign deals that you wonder, what was that all about? And 10 years down the road, they have all the lithium or all of the other materials that they need already in place, already under contract. That is thinking ahead. It's part of the process. Leadership is illustrated in this in a very clear way. And that's another advantage that Tesla has. They're able to identify leaders within their organization and grow them. That is occurring every single day. Those leaders are becoming more and more prevalent as you look at the press conferences that are the investor days or whatever else is brought forth. But they are clearly speaking and illustrating the great work that they are all engaged in together. This matters to them as individuals, but to us as investors. And those who are on the sidelines just watching and going, wow, what a crazy thing these guys are doing. That is part of the leadership or part of their leadership equation. And it is truly one that matters. Growing people from within the organization who understand the vision and purpose of the company. You don't get it from outside very quickly. You have to train those folks as they come in. The best place to train these folks is at lower levels so they gain that understanding, grow from within. It's a strength that Tesla has. As you look at education, they're not necessarily hiring because people are educated. They're hiring because of what they have done with their education. What have you done with your life? What unique projects have you been involved in? What challenges have you overcome? This is what Elon's looking for in an interview. This is the type of person he's hiring. One who has done something, not just talked about it. This matters. And then innovation and striving to eliminate bottlenecks, processes. The no part is the best part, no process the best process. And some people will not be happy to hear this, but no position is sometimes the best position. And that's where Optimus will come in And as the company grows, they won't need to hire as many people for certain types of tasks that are currently done and kind of dangerous or repetitive or just mind numbing in their nature. This is overall part of Tesla's superpower as well. That innovative spirit, that understanding of changing the process to make it better, not just once a year or once a decade. They do this every day. They are constantly involved in change processes to improve the process and products that they are manufacturing on every single line. And where it makes a big, significant difference, it's incorporated. And this is then passed on as institutional knowledge to other locations. This changes how Tesla innovates and grows. There's nobody else doing this as far as manufacturers are concerned. This level of being able to change close to 60 times a day, nobody else can do that. Not currently. They're going to have to if they wish to compete with Tesla or at that level. And what led them to this position? It's that first principles thinking and reasoning and an awareness of human bias. We all have items that we see differently, things that may blind us to a solution sitting right in front of our face, or that we are perhaps not able to see because we just don't see it. That is necessarily part of the human condition. And in this case, Tesla works at striving to eliminate that bias that exists within. Now, there's going to be people that are going to toss out all sorts of things, but look at the numbers, look at the percentages, and realize just how impressive that is compared to every other company on Earth. Then you have the perspective that actually matters, and you can see exactly what makes Tesla tick and what makes Elon Musk tick. This is one of those important aspects. The Technoking is not absent on his throne, as many have said. In fact, he is present and part of their conversations, and guiding that long-term vision is how he does that. And it is not something that can be ignored nor lightly dismissed, because this long-term road plan, the master plans as they have been laid out, have led Tesla to its dominance in the marketplace today. This is why, even though it goes down, it always comes back up, because Tesla is growing as a company. And before long, it will surpass its $1 trillion mark yet again, and eventually go on to $2 trillion. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. Some of you are going to think, oh, you're insane. You're just another Tesla fanboy. But it will happen. And the reason it will happen is the vision. The vision takes them beyond just cars. It takes them into the safety and development of humanity. Safer cars, safer roads, safer employment opportunities. Ultimately, Tesla is amazing because it has a Technoking. And those that like to toss that Elon is irresponsible or whatever are failing to comprehend truly the value that Elon Musk brings to the table. And this is a point that some of Tesla's biggest investors fail to comprehend as well. It is mind-boggling to me personally, but I can tell you right now that as long as Tesla, as a company, continues to execute upon the multidimensional chess game that Elon has laid out for Tesla, it will succeed. It will continue to have record quarters and record years and record decades, not just record weeks in the stock market, because they will execute upon the master plan of Tesla. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments, and feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you a little bit later in the comment section. Have a good night.